Okay, this is Dave Calver, the Chief Clinical Officer for Participant Assisted Products, and we're going to go through the setup today. So, what will arrive in the box are all these pieces. The tray, the fifth wheel, the all-terrain wheel will be wrapped in plastics to protect it all. But what I've done is I've just taken it out of the box and removed the protective packaging. So these are the component pieces. So in the bag, you'll get a bag that has got the seat belt and all of our tools and some tube ends. This is the bracketry for the tray. And these are the bolts and the spacers for the tray. That's all that. So we'll get our tools out to start. Your seat belt will do one attachment. It's a 4-point seat belt. We'll review how to connect one strap or one of the straps to the chair, and then that way you can repeat it on all four. Obviously, the position of the seat belt is largely dependent after an evaluation by somebody that knows how to do that level of seating. So we encourage therapist involvement. And here you have all the tools that we're going to require to do our job today. And 2 bar ends. Okay, let's start with our mobility base and our seat. Start by opening up the mobility base. You can push down in the middle. If you have feet, you can step on it. The seat base, we've got the tilt mechanism here and the recline mechanism here. We're going to be using the tilt mechanism because that releases the pins to put it down into the receiver. We've found it's easier to do it from behind the chair. It's awkward and gravel in a wheelchair, period. If I don't fall over. Okay, get around behind the chair. Hold it with 2 hands. You have to align the chair in between the side plates. And make sure that the pivot drops in on both sides. Right? Holding the tilt mechanism still. When the chair comes to the angle about parallel to the floor, the angle you want it, you can let go of the tilt mechanism. Make sure it's tilted in. There. Come around to the front. We're going to release our strap so that we can open up the backrest. Our recline lock. To our prescribed again through a therapist. You can see that the angle of the chair is probably, it's got negative dump on it, or a negative tilt on it, or a negative tilt on it right now. So we want to put it more neutral. Sorry, I lost my words a second. We can adjust our push handle. Okay, we want to be putting the pommel up before we put our leg rest down. Make sure it's clicked in, hear the click. Adjust our leg rest into a more normal position. Obviously that also is dictated by an evaluation by a therapist. Give it a little bit more tilt. There we go. For the installation of our fifth wheel, line the tubes up. Cotter pins in for security. You have 2 brackets. You can see that they're adjustable, so you can adjust for the width. This is the clamp mechanism. As you tighten this up, it pushes this clamp up against the underside of the armrest and will clamp the table in position. That way when you want to remove the table, you just unwind this bracket on both sides and you'll be able to slide the table off. Okay. We have these slotted holes, but you can see that there's no sliding ability. They slot into one position or the other, not infinite positions, for more security. They line up with the holes and with the inset threaded inserts. But when you mount the brackets, you're going to have to choose between having the small spacer or a large spacer in between the plate and the hole. That will determine whether the table is a little bit lower or a little bit higher, right? So you insert a bolt and a bolt and a spacer and a spacer. We'll put them here, for example. Easy reach for me right now. Yeah, ideally they're the same. All right. We'll do the same on the other side, using the same hole. Second one, same size spacer. And then ensuring that you're putting the bolts in the same position on the opposite side. You take your tool, make sure they're snug. You loose them off. You'll be able to slide it onto the chair. We'll see if I guessed right. It's been a while. But by the nature of these, you may have to adjust them after first try. Slides over the armrest. Oh, look at that. Oh, Davy. And you can clamp it to the armrest. It's got a nice wide plate in there, so it gives a wide base of support under the armrest, which when it's nice and snug. We tried to design into this chair a lot of adaptability to accommodate a lot of different users. So what we've done is we've embedded nut inserts all the way down the side of the side plate here, also up the backrest, so that you have the possibility of mounting this all the way from over the femurs to over the pelvis in a posterior application, or high over the pelvis for anterior presentations. There's a tremendous amount of adjustability through that range. All the adjustments or all the attachments are the same. That guy goes in there. Oop. Let's make it really easy on ourselves, and we'll take the cushion out. Put that there. Make sure you have it the right way on the seat belt, going through the hole. rotation. Okay, and then you'll tighten that up, of course. And then you've got adjustment through your strap that way. So again, it's a 4-point seat belt. Connects again through in the nut inserts. Tons of adjustability to accommodate a lot of different presentations. Quick release in the center. And then a center pull for more fine adjustment once the child's in the chair. Gross adjustment through these, fine adjustment at the front.